Hey guys, I'm Justin.
I'm Leigh.
And it is that time again. It's time for May 2025 collection update. This year is flying by. It's absolutely insane. Before you know it, we'll be singing Frosty the Snowman and opening packages under the tree. But regardless, we've got 3 stacks to get through today, so let's roll the intro and get right into it.
Welcome to Horrorland.
Alright, stack number 1. So we do have a few DVDs. Leigh's face, here's the deal. She's going to try to debunk me. She does every month. But this month we really truly didn't spend that much just because I haven't had the disposable income to do so. A lot of this stuff was bought with credit or was pre-orders from months ago. So this month really isn't that bad. But we start out here. We do have Bloody Axe Wound. This is from RLJ Films. I like a lot of these films. I've heard a lot about this one. Trailer looked cool, so we picked it up. As per usual, we have watched absolutely nothing out of these. We did get The Stepfather 2 here on DVD from Synapse Films. We liked The Stepfather 1 when we watched it back last month or so, so bought Part 2. If you guys will remember, I did get Swamp Thing Part 3 of the series. I already had Part 2, so I did go to eBay and buy Part 1. When this came in, the case is beat all to hell, but the discs look like they've never been watched, so it just is what it is. They'll go on the shelf, you'll never see them. But seller had that for like 20 bucks. I think I paid $25. Everywhere else was like 40 and 50. And then Groove did have this for $10 cheaper than what you can even buy it at Walmart for. The glare is awful, my apologies, but that is Falling Skies. I've already seen this series. I liked it when I saw it the first go around. It was one of those when I moved and I had to get an apartment. I didn't have as much room. This was one of the casualties of that lesser space. So I picked it back up. It's not going to be one that I'm going to be in a hurry to rewatch. God knows we've got 1,000,001 other things to watch. But it is one that while they had it for the price they had it, I did want to go ahead and pick it up. Alrighty, so next up here we do have, this is the film of the month that started it all. And we'll get into what that means here in just a minute. But it's Captain America Brave New World. So anyone who knows me, they know that I am more of a DC guy. Batman is my superhero of choice, and I'm not really a big superhero guy to begin with. I mean, they're fine. I didn't grow up reading comics or anything like that. If I did watch a superhero, though, it was always Batman. So when this Marvel Universe thing started a few years, several years ago, 10, 12 years ago at this point, I guess, I didn't jump on the train. I did watch some of the films. I watched like the first, I don't know, maybe 10 movies in the MCU, but I never purchased them. So anyways, when this one came out, I bought it solely because Harrison Ford plays Red Hulk. Now, if I'm going to watch a Marvel movie, I do like the Incredible Hulk smash. So I picked this one up to see that. But in my older age, I now know that Marvel has done a very smart thing in the sense that you can't just pick up any one of their movies and know what the hell is going on. They build up, they all have something, they intertwine in one way or another. So I had a whole lot of Macari credit, so I wound up going on there and I bought the whole MCU. Pretty much, we're missing a few, but pretty much the entire MCU catalog. So we did get the Captain America 3-film collection. This is Captain America First Avenger, Captain America Winter Soldier, and then Civil War. We do have the Avenger 4-film collection. So the Avengers Age of Ultron, Avengers Infinity War, and then Endgame. So the deal with these is, we have Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. The deal with these is they had digital codes. The seller on Macari they opened them on the bottom. You guys probably can't see that, but opened them on the bottom, took the digital code out, and slid them back in. Not to mention, I'm assuming that's French. Collection de Films. They also have French on the cover, but I mean they're region-free Blu-rays. They're in English and everything. They just have that on the cover. It was just another way to get them cheaper, really. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 1 and Volume 2. I did not buy volume 3. It's still like 15, 20 bucks. I don't want it that bad. We'll wait and find it cheaper. We did get the Spider-Man collection here though, now that they've made Spider-Man part of the Marvel Universe. So this has Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home. So excited to check those 3 out. I do like Spider-Man too. We have the Ant-Man 2-movie collection. So this is Ant-Man and then Ant-Man and Wasp. We have the Thor 3-film collection. So Thor, Thor Dark World, and is it the Dark World? Yes, Thor the Dark World, and then Thor Ragnarok. A different seller on Macquarie actually had this one. It was brand new, factory sealed for the 4K here of Thor Love and Thunder. I think he had this for like $9, so I did go ahead and pick that one up as well. We do have the Incredible Hulk. Got this one from Macquarie as well in that super awesome green case. Now I've seen this one, like I said, I've seen some of the others. I love this one. This is one of the only ones that I owned prior to doing all this. We got Captain Marvel here. This was another one. The seller that had the Thor 4K had this one as well. I think this one was $7. It was actually really cheap, brand new factory sealed. We did get Doctor Strange here. This one does have a broken case. This one was factory sealed when it came, but it had a loose disc and a broke case, so I'm going to have to see if I can't figure out how to fix that. And then we do have Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness. We have The Eternals. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. The original Black Panther I have coming. It's not here yet though. So that was one of the ones that we were missing. So Black Widow. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So that's going to do it for the Marvels. So I mean, we pretty much, like I said, we have pretty much all of them. I think we're missing the Marvels. And then I think there's one other. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And I think we're caught up until they release the one that's in theaters right now. So,
yep.
Impulse buy though, while I was on there, this seller that I bought all these from, they had the Indiana Jones collection, and so it made me want to buy the Indiana Jones films on 4K because I had like that crappy Australian Blu-ray that came out like at the turn of Blu-rays, and they were really just DVD quality. So I did pick these up. So we do have Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I've just been telling Leigh here lately I really want to rewatch those. So having these 4Ks, Raiders of the Lost Ark, is going to make it even more like me want to rewatch them. We have Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Everybody hates this movie, but I did pick it up because it is part of the series, and it's Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And then I did go ahead and pick up the new Indiana Jones film, and that is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. So I'll be looking forward to watching these. I mean, again, I like Indiana Jones for what it is. So.
All of our spare time.
She says that, but I mean, in all honesty, we're more caught up than we've ever been the entire time we've been together. So, hey, props.
I don't know about that now.
We are. Okay. Next up, Alien vs. Predator. This is the double feature. So this is Alien vs. Predator and then Alien vs. Predator Requiem. I bought these basically because when we went to McKay's back last month, these were on the TV in the hotel room, and I was actually watching part 1, and I was like, you know, I don't think I have those. So I did pick those up. We told you guys last month our crappy Walmart didn't get this one, so I do have Hard Eyes here on Blu-ray. The Last Match from Cauldron Films. Been going through the Cauldron collection. These are really hit or miss whether I enjoy these or not. Some of them I love, some of them I don't. But this one looks like one that could like, so picked it up. We did get Screamboat. This was playing in Atlanta. I think they debuted it in Atlanta for Days of the Dead. But we were just so tired we didn't get the chance to go. So looking really forward to checking that one out. Next up from Scream Factory, I did get the 4K for What Lies Beneath. Fantastic film. Harrison Ford and...
I remember it, but okay.
What?
You think it's gonna look that much different on 4K?
I think it will, because all we have was a DVD.
Okay.
I did get Time Cop as well. I've actually honestly never seen Time Cop, but everyone says like this is one of their favorite Jean-Claude Van Damme films, minus like aside from Bloodsport. So I picked it up. We'll see. I've never seen it. Did get this one here. I don't know about this one. So this is, I gotta read the front. Battle for the Lost Planet and Mutant War. This is from a new place that I found on the internet called Monster Mall, MAUL. They have a lot of great stuff, and their prices are not bad either. And so they had this one. I think it was like $16.99. I was like, hey, even with a slip, the slip cover's out of print. I'm going to sell that for like $25 or $30 if I don't like it. And it was just an extra Vinegar Syndrome to check out, so I picked it up. But the real reason I picked that one up was because I finally got Tammy and the T-Rex, guys. So it does have the lenticular slip. This was the last one that I needed to complete. Every single Vinegar Syndrome I have now has a slip. Don't look at me that way. Was super excited to get this one. Most of the time I don't care about slips, but on Vinegar Syndrome and my Scream Factory stuff, I kind of do. So I did pick up the Warlock collection here, just an older Vestron title. I've been seeing where these are going to go out of print. I think we tried to watch Warlock one night, if I'm not mistaken, and we didn't love it, but we only watched like the first 15-20 minutes of it, and it was a little weird. I definitely want to check these out and give them more of a fair shake, but wanted to pick it up with that slip before they're gone forever, because these Vestron titles are already, they're outrageous. The ones that are out of print. And then I did get Blood Diner as well. This slip is beat all to hell. I ordered these from Grindhouse Video, but I mean, again, I'm sure these have been shuffled around on his shelves just as much as, you know, a collector's, with him moving and different stuff. So not thrilled with the condition of that, but it is what it is. And then we will round it out here with our boutique labels. We'll save those. No, we'll go ahead and do these. First up from Arrow Video, we do have the 4K for Jason Goes to Hell. This, of course, was a pre-order. It was like 2 days shy of making last month's collection update, but just came late. Mailman and, you know, the mail and everything held it up. But we did get that one. And then I also did get Jason X. I'm not a huge fan of Jason X, but if they're going to start re-releasing all these in 4K, I'm going to pick them up. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably rewatch it, but it'll really just be like a collection piece for the shelf. It's not one that... Now, Jason Goes to Hell, I love. And then we will end the month right here with Dance or Die from TerrorVision. Again, I've said it multiple videos already this year, and I will continue to say it. TerrorVision is going to more than likely be Company of the Year. I don't know how they're not. They're doing these hard boxes for everything they're releasing. This one's super nice. They just announced Sledgehammer, which is like probably one of the most sought after VHSs of all time. Now they're going to bring it to Blu-ray. They've got these awesome booklets and everything that they do now, along with the poster, and then of course a Blu-ray with a slip. So, you know, they did Rumpelstiltskin this way. Honestly thought it was just because that was such a big title. But then Radioactive Reporter got that treatment. This got that treatment. Like I said, I know Sledgehammer's getting that treatment. You've got their Shoestring Slashers, which hopefully will be out shortly. You know, they've already said that you're going to get 3 Blu-rays in a box set, but within the box is going to have slipcovers. Like, even Vinegar Syndrome doesn't do that. So, you know, I don't understand how they cannot be at least in the forefront of companies to talk about at the end of this year. So that's Dance or Die. I can't wait to check that one out. It's an old City Lights film. Some of their films are hit and miss, but then I know Troma actually released it. So I'm excited to check it out. Again, hard box, can't go wrong. So that ends it.
Okay.
You don't look thrilled.
We got a lot of movies to watch, especially all that Marvel stuff that's got 2 and 3 movies at a piece.
The Marvel stuff will be a lot. But we've also talked about, you know, I can't watch stuff like Dance or Die on the weeks when we have the kids, just because I don't know what Dance or Die has in it. I know I can pop Incredible Hulk in, and if Ava happens to walk through she'll be fine. And who knows, she may even actually like those. She did watch Aquaman and seemed to enjoy it. So those may be something that we can watch, and kind of get her involved and watch some of those with us as well. So again, I mean, there's a lot here. There's several of these things though that we're going to put straight on the shelf. Timmy and the T-Rex. Everything else is pretty much going to have to be watched. But it's really not that bad. Like I said, the horror shelf, we're down to like 2 rows. I've had 4 rows most of the time that me and you have been together. Our stuff is growing though. So as you guys saw last week though with the To Keep or Not to Keep, I've been trying to go through that stuff and not watch as much horror and kind of catch up on that. So it is what it is. But yeah. Okay. Anyways, we'll end this here. She's not enthused at all. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and we hope that you guys have enjoyed seeing our collection. What of this stuff did you pick up this month? Some of the new releases. We didn't actually have a whole lot of new releases, but did you get Dance or Die? Have you gotten the Friday the 13th 4Ks? What did you think of them? Drop those comments down below. We will return next week with another episode of Welcome to Horrorland, where we're going to go over our favorite movies of all time. We just picked one each. Mine, Carl, and Eric's are pretty easy to figure out. But we just wanted to kind of talk about that. We had never actually taken the opportunity to do that. So that'll be next week's episode. Make sure that you join us for that one. It's going to be a fun one. And we'll catch you next time with another exciting edition of Welcome to Horrorland.